What up, guys? Kevin here. Tales of Zestiria. Let me do a quick review. I just beat it, just rolled credits. What an ending. Even just the last boss battle. Wow. Except there was a lot of BS to that boss battle, but what a game. If you're like me over the years, you hear this isn't a good Tales of game. Zestiria, that is. And the rankings on the internet, everyone has it ranked pretty low. The reviews, people are not hot on it. Some people even say skip. Now, I bought this game on sale, and then I said, you know what? I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play it until I get to that point where I'm just not feeling it. And I thought that would happen right away. And then when it didn't happen right away, I'm like, all right, maybe about like 5 or 10 hours in, I go, oh, okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Didn't happen. Halfway mark, still didn't happen. 75%, nope. And actually, as the story goes on, it gets better and better and more interesting. I mean, the ending here, holding back tears. Holy crap. But what a game. What a game. The party in Tales of Zestiria, I love that they all belong. They all have a purpose to be there. I don't like games, and there's been some Tales of games I played where I'm like, why are you here? Like, didn't we do what you wanted to do? Like, you can go F off now. Wasn't like Vesperia, there's like Yuri and Yastel. It's like, all right, well, time to go our separate ways. They always found a reason to go back and hang out for their adventure. But no, everyone had a reason to be here. Everyone was really likable. I wouldn't say anyone was really my favorite. I think they were all well written. Some might be annoying. Edna, though, she's probably the best. She's probably one of my favorite Tales of characters. Little blonde girl with the umbrella. But everyone else, even the one, Dezel, I hated him. I didn't really hate him. He was just too moody. But he might have the most interesting backstory and sub-story in the game. And maybe like him once that concluded. But a very likable cast. Sorry here. They all look kind of doofusy. I think the garb, the the fashion might throw people off. It probably just looks like, oh, this is like the Happy Tales of game. This is the paint by numbers. And it's more than just that. Sorry, he becomes the shepherd to quell the Hellions that are turning regular folks into monsters because they have so much malevolence in their heart. And he becomes a shepherd. And I just love that he understands the weight of his decisions and what he's doing. And he wants to go explore some ruins at the same time. He's like, all right, I can become the shepherd and give me a reason to go travel the world and visit some ruins. Count me in. But yeah, the game is great. Love this cast of characters. Spent 50 hours in it. I loved every 50 hours of it. Or all of 50 hours. I mean, the last boss battle, that middle fight where you got to use some battle technique that you barely ever used in the game, and I couldn't figure it out and I kept dying over and over. Yeah, that part can screw off. That was like the only part of the game where I'm like, yeah, this sucks. But I got past it, and the ending, definitely worth it. I'm somebody that came from Berseria. Berseria is my first Tales of game, so that still might be my favorite. But this is definitely worthy. The open worldiness of this game is probably the biggest Tales of game in terms of just how big the areas are. A lot of big open fields. They're bland, they're boring, not much detail. I hear a lot of complaints about it, but at the same time, have you played a JRPG in the last 10 years? Still like a couple generations behind. They all kind of look like this. They're all filled with boring, just samey looking dungeons that you just want to get out of. Tales of Zestiria, of course, I mean, I'm not trying to give it a pass, but, you know, it wasn't anything like, compared to other JRPGs, even like JRPGs like Ys and even Final Fantasy to some extent. I just beat 13. I mean, that got shit for being a corridor simulator, but yeah, I found it very zen-like walking across all the fields. You can fast travel. At some point, you can fast travel. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was a very beautiful game and just its art style and the way it looked in terms of just all the bright colors, all the happy trees. A lot of not so happy trees. I killed a bunch of tree ants. I think that's what they're called. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's valid criticism. But if you played a game where it was it felt like a game from the PS2 or PS3 generation, and if you're okay with that, then you'll be okay with it here. 2022 on a PS5, so I had no issue. Had no issue being in this day and age. Now playing it on a PS5, maybe there were some performance issues because there's still performance issues on PS5. When you're doing a bunch of arts and a lot's happening on the screen, I got a lot of slowdown. But other than that, it ran pretty great. There's some times where I'm like, is this running at 30 or 60? But yeah, on PS5 it ran great. Maybe PS4 or PS3. Yeah, I wouldn't play it there. But yeah, maybe if you get a PS5 and you got nothing to play, and you're not looking to play the most graphically crazy intense game, yeah, this is a great game. Story wise, I don't remember anything about Berserk. I don't remember anything about games I beat. I'm more of like just in the moment. But even Zestiria, playing it years after Berseria, just seeing all the ties and all the stuff was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I've heard some reviewers say like it makes it worth it in that aspect. Absolutely. Absolutely. The stuff you run into, I mean, I don't want to give anything away. You're like, oh, of course, it's easy to write Berseria knowing what went on in Zestiria. So I think no matter which one you play first, I think there's going to be just kind of fun Easter eggs in both games now, depending on which one you play first and which one you play second. What else? Yeah, cast of characters, great. No one's really my favorite besides Anna. I think I said this already. But yeah, all likable. The world, I really enjoyed the world. This game's just really good. It's just really good. The combat, a lot of people had issue with, because you like gain skills. You got to like combine like weapons and armor and everything you buy. A lot of people had issue with that. I didn't have any issue with it. Basically, every few hours, I would just go to the shop and just fuse any duplicates I have that somebody was using. And that got me to the end of the game. I didn't hit a wall at all. I didn't hit any walls. I definitely hit some bosses that I was a little bit under level for, and it came back and whooped their butt. But yeah, if you hear about the like the weapon system and combining arts and all that, or skills, and I don't know. I mean, it's something you can really, really, get into on what min max and all that crap. But I had no issue at all. And I just played it on normal. I didn't play it on I think moderate's a step up, but I just played it on the default difficulty, and I had a blast. I don't know what else to say. This game's really good. I'm not here to say go play the game, but I will say if all you hear is negative stuff about this game, just know it is a Tales of game. And if this is one of the worst Tales of game, that means all the Tales of games are really good. Maybe there might be a couple that fall under Zestiria that are really bad. But yeah, if this is, I see top 10 lists and this is like number 8, number 9, number 8. Yeah. The Tales of series is pretty awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Really, really like the game. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Is it my favorite of the other 3 I played? Zestiria. So Zestiria, Berseria, Arise, and Vesperia. I think I might like all those games more than Zestiria. But this is right behind it. Right behind it. This would be like, all those games are S tier. and Zestiria would be like an A plus. Now, it does make me wonder. Xillia 1 and Xillia 2, those games must be awesome. Because the amount of hate that this game got after those two beloved games. So I can't wait to play those. Of course, I got Abyss on 3DS. But most of all, this game just makes me want to go back and play Berseria. I might just do that. I don't like playing game in the same series back to back, but yeah, it's just cool. It's just a cool game. You could probably get it for cheap, and it's a great JRPG. I think so. I might like this. I I'm not saying Persona 5 is a worse game, but I will say a lot of Persona 5 I did not enjoy, whereas this game I did. Just the stories, the what's going on in the world. I'm sorry, Persona 5 is just stealing people's hearts. And I just could not get over in Persona 5 was like the first boss, the gym teacher who was like hitting on all the little girls and bullying the kids, bullying the boys, and you go in and steal his heart, and then he has a change of heart and decides to stop doing that stuff. And then people get suspicious, like what is happening and who did it. Like, it's so dumb. It is so dumb. That being said, I do need to do a replay because maybe I'm missing something there. But yeah, just the way that game started, just the entire game, I'm just like, this is so hokey and dumb, and just I can't get over the premise. I can't get over like, oh, someone's doing something awful and we made him have a change of heart. And now people are like, hey, what the hell happened? Who's doing this? Who's stealing people's hearts? So dumb. All right. Now I'll probably get downvotes for this, but hey, I got Royal. I do want to replay it. I must be missing something. But that being said, I enjoyed Zestiria as I played it about every minute, whereas Persona 5, not so much. I did enjoy lots of parts of Persona 5, but from start to finish, Zestiria, maybe I just like the Tales of games a little bit more. All right, I'm done now. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.